watching STV 6 p.m. newscast. We are broadcasting live from our headquarters here in Accra, in the city of Douala. We begin right away with the headlines. As Christmas celebration draws closer, the Mbopi market, just like the Chinese and Douala Central markets, are no-go area due to the constant traffic congestion, thus increasing transport fare, the phenomenon which has pushed those willing to take the risks into the increasing cost of transportations are obliged to get themselves involved. And now in sport, the Intermediate Lions of Cameroon have opened camping today at the CAF Excellence Center in Bakomo, with over 2,000 players actually present as the technical staff enjoying them to be professional and hardworking in a training process that will see them involved in a couple of that was the headline. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us on another edition of the 6 p.m. newscast on Spectrum Television. I am Catherine Kone. With the aim of giving back to their community, the Association of Sons and Daughters of Kumba residing in the United States of America have donated some medical equipment plus an ambulance to the Kumba District Hospital as part of their contribution in support and in developing their community. Details with Christel Asek Swele.
The Kumba District Hospital is gradually rising from its arches. The health center of the capital town of Meme Division in the southwest region that suffered the full brunt of the crisis, which has lasted for 4 years in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon.
After the fire incident of the 11th of February 2019, that raised a good portion of the hospital, all hopes were lost as to how the hospital could regain its functionality, as well as all equipments were destroyed. In addition to this, most of the doctors and nurses abandoned work, especially those who were on duty and were directly affected.
In this process of rebirth, various actions have been carried out by different groups of people. This December 18, 2020, another gesture has been made by the Cape Town Association of Atlanta in the United States of America, an association that brings together over 1,000 sons and daughters with a link to the city of Kumba, residing in the USA.
I stand here to represent our president, Emeritus Scott Nyami, who is not here today. I'm especially happy to be here with you. We thought it wise just to piggyback on what Dr. Nongane said earlier, to quote our former president of the United States, of course, John F. Kennedy, kept reminding us to ask that question again. Don't ask what your country, in this situation, what your city has done for you, but what you've done for your city. And we thought, it is just normal that we should give back to our community. And trust me, what we see behind us, it's just the beginning. We have a lot to do, and together we can achieve greater things.
It's a medicalized ambulance, 5 dialysis machines, which will not display everything that are just in front of you. The dental suits, which is already installed and working, which is dental seat. 25 beds, and ultrasound, delivery bed, and others.
The occasion of the delivery of this donation also saw the reward to some deserving staff of this institution. Punctuality, attendance, respect for the hierarchy, service to the public, collaboration with the members of other staff are some of the criteria used in the selection.
The Mbopi market, the Chinese market and the central market are no-go area for some transporters in the city of Douala this festive season due to the constant traffic congestion present, a phenomenon which has pushed those willing to take the risks into increasing the cost of transportation. Details with Oni Ladonet. It is that period of the year again where Douala is being plagued with the problem of traffic congestion. We are in the Chinese market here in the Douala 1 municipality, and at both ends of the road they are all filled up with taxis and bikes all struggling for passageway. Business people even find it difficult to get clients this season because everybody is looking for space to stand and buy their products or sell their products. The whole end of the market is filled with inhabitants from different ends of the commercial city. Customers as well do not find place to even put their legs and look for products for their children this end of year. The whole market is filled up. According to customers also we met here, they say it is so difficult for them to move from one end to the other because traffic congestion is the order of the day here at the Chinese market in the Douala 1 municipality.
The traffic is too much. The road is filled up with inhabitants everywhere. It's difficult to walk with this traffic. Even when we get customers, circulation is almost impossible. We find it difficult. It's almost impossible to leave Mboki to Dali. We can spend about 2 hours.
The traffic has really affected me in such a way that I cannot reach Central where I'm going to right now. I've been here for almost 30 minutes.
This existing traffic has pushed commercial bike riders into increasing the transport fare. The fare has changed. People now pay 200 francs from the Chinese market to the central market. In order not to get stuck in these long hours of hold-up, most transporters have resulted into avoiding these commercial zones.
And now we take you to news out of the country because of the first coronavirus vaccine approved for use in the United States needs to be transported in an ultra-cold conditions using dry ice. That has created some unique challenges. VOA with more.
This is a pellet. This is what they're going to use. It is white, as you see. It is smoking. You can see that smoke come off of there. So that's dry.
Sports its new vaccine in specially designed boxes. Each box needs a new supply of dry ice every 5 days.
One challenge is that the box cannot be opened very frequently. If you open the box, that dry ice would sublimate more quickly, right? Because the temperature gets warmer.
The other problem is high levels of carbon dioxide can be deadly, especially on board airplanes.
Planes are equipped to handle a certain amount of air exchange in the aircraft as it's flying. But you don't want to have so much on the aircraft that it would overpower that ability to replenish the oxygen levels in the aircraft.
Despite the rise in demand for dry ice, experts say there's plenty to go around.
So when we looked at the system, we're pretty confident that we can meet that capacity.
The only alternative to dry ice is special refrigerators with ultra-cold settings. Some hospitals and research centers in large cities have those. And companies that make these refrigerators say they're seeing a rise in demand as well.
We literally have added probably about 50% more people into our organization. And we went out and bought $2-3 million worth of material so that we can actually get out in front of it. Now, the demand has clearly outstripped even what we thought was going to be our solution.
Other coronavirus vaccines are much less problematic. The Moderna vaccine can be transported in minus 20 degrees Celsius temperatures, which will make it much easier to transport to more remote areas. For Lacey Bokalets in Washington, Anna Rice, VOA News.
Permit us bringing you back here in the country where vendors and traders of end-of-year items have been obliged to do with their old stock of goods due to the fact that most countries where they purchase goods from have blocked their borders due to the COVID-19 health crisis. Our reporter, Christel Asek-Swele, looks at the difficulties they are facing this season. And now we shall be coming back to that report in the course of our news. That is tomorrow. The Intermediate Lions of Cameroon have opened camping today at the CAF Excellence Center in Bankomo, with over 24 players answering present as the technical staff enjoined them to be professional and hard-working in a training process that will see them involved in a couple of friendlies. Details with John Paul Sama.
The Intermediate Lions of Cameroon are negotiating their final bend as far as preparations for the upcoming African Nations Championship is concerned. They effectively kicked off camping this Monday in Yaoundé, with more than half of the players showing up.
Well, this morning we effectively had the general camp opening session between the coach and the players. It's always in the form of a meeting, during which he has time to share with them his expectations and also give them the guidelines, especially as we're getting closer and closer to the competition. So this morning we had about 28 of them because Mubarak is not here yet, Len is not here. I mean the players for Coton Sport, those called from Coton Sport of Gawa, but from Gona Tiati, who is not traveling with the team for the Confederations Cup. So he's here, but the others are not. So we do not have all 3 of them here, but when they return, they will definitely join the team in camp.
The message from the technical staff to them is clear.
The coach actually reminded the players of their call to serve fatherland, their determination, their hard work, which is what he's basing his choices on. We had the first training session for the camp, which was focused more than 90% of the work done was on athletics. It was the physical fitness trainer, that's Mbome, who actually led the players in that session that lasted for slightly above an hour. And after that, the players had some time also to do ball control in front of goalpost and so on and so forth. So,
during this decisive camping, the boys of Coach Tungo Pile are expected to play a couple of friendlies.
Yes, when the coach was talking to the players this morning, he actually indicated that we may have about 5 friendlies. We're looking forward to one already on Wednesday. I'll be confirming the teams to you as we go by. The coach is trying to make what is available at his disposal, so we're going to communicate that to you. We're also looking forward to trying to see, if possible, to have some matches in Douala, maybe 2, and then they return back to Yaoundé within that period when they will play the pre-Chan international tournament that will be involving Zambia, Uganda, and Niger. We'll have that tournament in Yaoundé, and shortly after that, the team is also going to have the final evaluation game, which is still going to be here in Yaoundé.
The final list of those to represent the country at the upcoming African Nations Championship is expected to be made public in the days ahead.
And now the Under-20 Lions of Cameroon have picked up a ticket to the Under-20 African Cup of Nations slated for Mauritania, that is next year, as they are bracing up to clear the finals of the UNIFAC tournament. Once more with you, John Paul Sama.
The Under-20 Lions of Cameroon will be playing for bragging rights this Tuesday as they lock horns against the Central African Republic side at the final of the UNIFAC tournament. The boys of coach Christophe Osmanu picked up qualification for this final regional game following the Democratic Republic of Congo's shocking 2-1 loss to Congo-Brazzaville this Saturday. That defeat came as a breather for the Lions, as it not only permitted them to finish top of the pile, but also pick up a qualification ticket to the Under-20 African Cup of Nations slated for next year in Mauritania. This is Cameroon's first qualification for this competition since 2017, and they will mark their 10th appearance at these games, only second to Ghana with 12. Their last win was in 1995, and they joined the likes of host nation Mauritania, Gambia, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Uganda, amongst the already 9 nations qualified, with 2 spots left to be filled from the North Zone ahead of kickoff come February 2021.
That brings us to the end of the 6 p.m. newscast on Spectrum Television. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Wish you a blessed day in the company of our programs. Good night.